Up to $7,500 off. Great deals to kick off your summer. Shop LustineDodge.com.
Good morning, America. Breaking news right now. Fire and nature's fury. Mandatory evacuations in Northern California. Thousands forced from their homes. A wildfire doubles in size as reported tornadoes and hail batter the central U.S. Sam Champion tracking it all.
Also breaking overnight standoff. 2 officers shot in San Diego responding to a suspect barricaded in an apartment complex. What the SWAT team found when they finally got inside.
Battle at the border. Protesters blocking this bus carrying immigrant children. Activists starting hunger strikes. As President Trump stands firm on his immigration stance.
Now we're going to have the wall.
The new measure that could change how long children can be detained.
Caught on camera, phone call furor. The woman who appeared to call police on an 8-year-old girl selling water on the sidewalk. How it's led to a social media firestorm.
And look at these marvelous mugs. The canine contestants vying to win, if that's even the right word, the world's ugliest dog contest.
That hair, it's natural. It's real and it's spectacular.
Who was crowned the least attractive hound?
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
And good morning to you. Paula has the morning off. We are happy to have Whit Johnson with us once again.
I'm like the cousin who won't leave.
Hey, no.
Not at all.
You're at
Eating
home.
all the food in the
You're
studio.
a beloved cousin.
All right,
That's
well,
right.
thank you.
A member of the family.
Thank you.
Meantime, talking about families, the outrage over the Trump administration's immigration policy not letting up this morning. Sources now tell ABC News Republicans are expected to vote on an immigration bill that eliminates a law requiring that children be released from detention after 20 days.
And confusion over how to reunite those families is fueling new protests, including a hunger strike led by celebrities, activists, and members of the Kennedy family.
So we're going to have full coverage from the border and from the White House coming up. But first here, we want to tell you about a pair of breaking weather stories. We've got severe storms sweeping across the country overnight, downing trees and knocking out power. And then in California, we've got a spiraling wildfire situation fueled by dangerous heat and high winds. So let's start it off here with Sam Champion, who's in for Rob this morning. Sam, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Let's deal right with this, because overnight this fire really has doubled in size and exploded. They're calling this a Pawnee fire. It's in Lake County, California. That's north of San Francisco. This came in Northern California just after Northern California's warmest day of the year so far. Winds picked overnight. At 9 o'clock last night, we had 400 acres burning. This morning, as we come on the air, CAL FIRE is telling us 1,500 acres are burning. We've more than doubled the size of this fire. Now, 12 homes. Most of these are homes. There are 12 structures already evacuated and burning. 700 homes are under mandatory evacuation in this area. The fires, CAL FIRE is telling us that fire's already crested another hill, and they're very concerned about what's going on in this area. So again, right after the warmest day of the year, you spark this fire. California has had a fire season, but now everyone calls all year round the fire season. It's been very, very dry. Last year, one of the worst fire seasons in California history. This year, no reason to expect anything different. Take a look at those numbers, the heat burning here all the way through, and the fire's likely to start because there's some very strong winds in that as well. Where storms are firing this morning, we have a severe storm watch. Oklahoma, also into Arkansas. These storms will light up your skies if they haven't yet. They will today. We will revive some storms later and develop a new area. Liberal, Wichita, Oklahoma City. This could be 70, 90 mile-per-hour winds and possible tornadoes in that storm. Adrian, got a lot to talk about when we get to weather.
All right, Sam, we look forward to it. Thank you. Now to the tense standoff overnight in San Diego. 2 officers shot responding to a man barricaded inside an apartment complex. ABC's Ariel Reshef joins us with more. Ariel.
Good morning, guys. Just to give you some perspective, this happened less than 2 miles from San Diego State University. Police and firefighters responding to a disturbance at that apartment complex met by gunfire.
We all got shot through the wall.
Overnight, gunfire erupting at a San Diego apartment complex. 2 officers hit in the hail of bullets, now in the hospital.
There are officers down inside of the apartment building. I copy 2 officers injured.
Firefighters and police initially responding to calls of violence and smoke.
So they were worried about an active fire inside the apartment where the call was. And as soon as they opened the door, they're met with gunfire.
One firefighter taking cover inside an apartment as shots rang out. Later, rescued by the SWAT team.
The firemen
has a phone. He's trapped in the hallway in apartment number 6. He can't move.
Going to coordinate how we can get him out.
The entire complex evacuated as police exchanged fire with the alleged gunman.
SWAT has the large robot inside clearing the room. At this point, it does appear that the suspect is down.
That suspect pronounced dead at the scene.
And police are investigating what led up to the shooting. The chief says officers have responded to that apartment multiple times in the past, but at this point it's unclear what those calls may have been for.
A dangerous situation.
Yeah, very tense.
Ariel, thanks so much. Now to the battle at the border as questions swirl about what will happen to more than 1,800 children separated from their parents. Sources tell ABC News Republicans in Congress are gearing up for a vote that could impact their futures. ABC's White House correspondent Tara Palmieri is at the White House with the very latest. Tara, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. 2 White House officials tell me that the president would be inclined to sign a bill that allows children to stay in detention centers for more than 20 days. It's a way for him to keep his hard line on catch and release while keeping families together. The vote on that bill could be early this week. President Trump at a rally out west saying he inherited the crisis at the border.
But this is the same site that Obama had, that Bush had, same site, it's the same thing. In fact, they said, look at this site, look at President Trump, look at this picture. Excuse me, it was 2014, it was President Obama, okay?
In a previously recorded interview with former Governor Mike Huckabee, Trump once again falsely saying Democrats are to blame.
It's the Democrats' fault. They refuse to sit down and draw an agreement that's good for security and good for everybody.
But new legislation could be in the works. Overnight, ABC News learning that Republican lawmakers are preparing a bill that fixes the president's hastily drafted executive order.
60 years, nobody's taking care of it.
Hill and White House officials telling ABC News that they're planning to vote on a bill this week that would eliminate an existing court settlement that requires that children be released from detention within 20 days. And while the president stands his ground,
we need people that can help us. We want a merit-based immigration system. We need safety at the border. We need the wall. The wall's going to happen. It's going to happen.
His staff feeling the heat. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders kicked out of this Virginia restaurant while at dinner with family and friends. The restaurant owner telling the Washington Post she kicked her out on moral grounds. Outside the closed Red Hen restaurant, signs offering thanks and appreciation. But not everyone agrees with the restaurant. On their Facebook page, many users voiced their frustration. One user writing, "They need to change the name of this place to the Red Bigot Inn, with more 1-star ratings and 5-star ratings. Will be nice to see a close sign in the window soon." Sanders tweeting, "Last night I was told by the owner of Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for POTUS, and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me." Former government ethics official Walter Schaub said that Sarah Sanders may have violated ethics rules with that tweet because she condemned the restaurant with her White House official Twitter account. He said that she may have also violated an endorsements ban.
All right, Tara Palmieri at the White House for us. Thanks so much.
All right, and protests are growing at the border. Now members of the Kennedy family are teaming up with activists and celebrities to take a stand for the children separated from their parents. ABC's Marcus Moore is in McAllen, Texas, where the protests have been intense. Marcus, good morning.
Good morning, Adrian. And overnight, DHS released a statement saying that more than 500 children who've been separated from their families have since been reunited as those protests against those separations continue. Chaos outside this immigration processing center in McAllen, Texas. Protesters blocking a bus carrying immigrant children. Their obscured faces frozen in time. These moving images captured Saturday. Tension boiling over at the border amid calls to reunite separated families caught crossing the border illegally and charged under the Trump administration's now amended zero-tolerance policy. Sarah Dill among the volunteer attorneys who met with detained parents, eager to know when they might see their children again.
When it got to their children, that was when they broke down. That was when the tears flowed freely. That was when they just lost all strength and ability to hang on.
To date, Customs and Border Protection says as many as 500 children have been reunited with their families since May. But that number doesn't include those children held by other agencies still separated from their parents. Among them, 8-year-old Danny. He's in New York. His mother being detained in El Paso, facing charges after crossing the border illegally. His aunt, Neela Serrano, trying to reunite them.
El Paso Processing Center has not responded. We've already bought the bus ticket.
Back in McAllen, outrage over stories like this one fueling a groundswell of activism, with a coalition led by legendary human rights activist Dolores Huerta and Carrie Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy's daughter, declaring a 24-day hunger strike in solidarity with separated immigrant families.
People are sacrificing. They're feeling a little bit of pain, maybe hunger pain, but not the kind of pains that these families are suffering or that these children are feeling.
And as those protests continue, DHS says an additional 16 children will be reunited with their parents in the next 24 hours. Dan.
Marcus, more along the border in Texas. We appreciate it. Let's bring in ABC News Chief Anchor George Stephanopoulos, who's going to be hosting this week a little later this morning. Good morning, sir. So let's start with the president out on the stump in Nevada yesterday, as we saw in Tara Palmieri's piece. Despite all of the uproar over immigration, he said quite clearly he wants to make immigration a big issue in the coming midterms. Smart politics?
This is his issue, no question about it. Go back to the first speech of the first day of his presidential campaign back in 2015. This was the central issue. The president believes it works for him. He's going to ride it all the way to the midterms. Now, it's a tricky one coming up in these midterms. On the positive side for the president, it does tend to unite and rally his Republican base, get them fired up. So that could help in a lot of red states. On the other hand, it could also fire up the Democrats, fire up Latinos, turn off suburban women who Republican House candidates need if they're going to survive. I think a good thing to look at is where the president was yesterday in Nevada. Dean Heller is in a very tight race for the Senate there, the Republican incumbent.
And he's been critical of the president.
He's been critical of the president. He's been moderate on immigration. When he introduced the president, he didn't mention immigration at all. He simply talked about tax cuts.
We are heading into an interesting midterms, Full Employment Act for political reporters. So let me ask you about another related issue. Tara Palmieri also reported earlier that Congress is preparing to vote on a narrow bill here that would, quote unquote, fix the president's executive order on these family separations and give leeway so that you can hold families for more than 20 days together. Does that mean we're heading into a future where we're going to be holding families perhaps indefinitely behind bars?
If it passed, I think it's unlikely that a law like that is going to pass. Even if you got a Republican majority in the House behind it, I believe that there are enough Democrats in the Senate to filibuster and prevent that from passing, because a lot of Democrats think it's both inhumane and impractical. You can't simply detain families for a long period of time. And as you point out, the current law says that you can't detain children for more than 20 days. In fact, this week, a judge is likely to strike down the president's executive order on those grounds, saying no, it's not compatible with the law because it's going to keep kids beyond 20 days. Once that happens, it could be a free-for-all all over again.
George Stephanopoulos, always great to have your analysis on a Sunday morning. And I want to remind everybody, George has a big show this morning. Immigration at the top of the docket. He's going to go one-on-one with Senator Jeff Flake and Congressman Luis Gutierrez, plus the Powerhouse Roundtable. It's all coming up on this week, later this morning, right here on ABC. George, thank you again. Appreciate it. Whit, over to you.
Dan, thanks so much. Turning now to the social media firestorm over an incident caught on camera. It involves a woman who appeared to call police on a young girl selling water on the sidewalk. ABC's Zachary Quiche has more.
This morning, more on this San Francisco woman allegedly calling the police on a young African-American girl selling water near AT&T Park.
She calling police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit?
In this Instagram video posted on Saturday, a mother claiming this woman called the cops on her 8-year-old daughter after demanding to see the young girl's permit for selling water. The video getting millions of views overnight. The woman, identified as Allison Edel, now being dubbed on social media as Permit Patty. Edel told the Huffington Post she only pretended to call police, blaming the noise. Quote, "It was literally nonstop. It was every 2 seconds. Come and buy my water. It was continuous, and it wasn't a soft voice. It was screaming." Edel says the issue did not have anything to do with race, adding, "I completely regret that I handled that so poorly." This comes after several widely reported instances of white people calling the police on African Americans who are living their everyday lives. 2 months ago, Philadelphia police arrested 2 African American men inside a Starbucks accused of trespassing.
Well, what did they do? What did they do? Did someone tell me what they did?
Edo also said she's received death threats. She tells ABC News the video has been taken out of context, and USA Today reports the girl's mother told them she'd recently lost her job and her daughter was trying to raise money to go to Disneyland. Overnight, we're told that someone came forward on Instagram and came forward with the money so they can take that trip.
Wow.
But You know, we're seeing a lot of examples of this. It's not just Starbucks, and you know, it's a little disturbing. You know, if I think that if we start to see each other in each other, you know, maybe we don't call the cops in this particular case.
You know, social media has really shined a light on how divisive this issue of race is and continues to be in America. Zachary, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. A lot of other headlines this morning, and for that, as always, we kick it over to Dr. Ron Claiborne. Good morning, sir. Yeah, I felt like
I felt it coming.
You seemed doctorial this morning.
It's the glasses.
Yeah, very nice tie.
Dan, good morning to you. Thank you. Adrian, good morning to you. And Whit, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. We're going to begin in South Carolina, where Republican congressional nominee Kate Arrington is hospitalized in critical condition and scheduled for more major surgery after being seriously injured in a car accident. This was Friday night. Arrington, who defeated incumbent Mark Sanford in a primary earlier this month, was traveling with an aide when a wrong-way driver hit their vehicle. The aide was seriously injured. Also, the driver of that other vehicle was killed. Arrington's Democratic opponent, Joe Cunningham, is suspending all campaign activities until further notice. And we have breaking news from Germany, where police say at least 25 people have been injured in a building explosion in the city of Wuppertal, the western city of Wuppertal. 4 of those injuries said to be severe. Cars nearby destroyed by the debris. No word yet on what caused or may have caused that blast. At the Vatican, a tribunal has sentenced a former church diplomat who was once stationed in Washington, D.C. to 5 years in prison for possessing and distributing pornographic images of children. This is the first sentence of its kind sent down from the Vatican. Monsignor Carlo Alberto Capella now faces a canonical trial, which could lead to his removal from the priesthood. Voters are going to the polls in Turkey this morning as the country holds high-stakes presidential and parliamentary elections. President Recep Erdogan is seeking another 5 years in office, which could lead him taking on new powers that critics call anti-democratic. In Saudi Arabia this morning, for the first time, women are able to drive. The last remaining ban in the world against female drivers was lifted officially at midnight local time. Women and male supporters have been fighting for nearly 3 decades for women to have the right to drive. And while they now have that right, women in Saudi Arabia still can't swim in public, compete in sports, or interact with men other than their spouse, among other things. And finally, a World Cup stunner. The reigning champs eking out a victory just moments before the final whistle. Check this out. Germany and Sweden tied at 1. 5 minutes into extra time when Toni Kroos, check this out, scores the winning goal. Germany wins. Endergenis 2-1.
What? Huh?
Endergenis 2-1.
Amazing this
That means
morning, the
that final score
pronunciation.
2-1.
Hopefully that's what it means.
2014 world champions Deutschland had been facing an early elimination after losing to Mexico.
You going to tell us what that means?
That was
It meant final score 2-1.
Okay.
Endergenis 2-1.
I think you spoke in 4 languages
Yeah, I
during
think
that
so.
update right there.
If you believe that, check it out.
By the way,
something
Mexico, the leader of that group now. Some didn't think that they would make it through to the next round. Mexico, 2 wins with the big upset over Germany.
We got a
too.
soccer fan here.
Nice.
Yep. Yes.
Well, let's talk about weather right now because Sam Champion is in for Rob.
In English.
We are so happy to see you, but you have some news. I mean, all over the country, it's been kind of wild.
Yeah, a lot of rough stuff to talk about this morning. Let's get about overnight storms. Let's get right to that. We'll show you some of the pictures coming out of that. We had 4 reports of tornadoes yesterday, one of them in upstate New York. Remember when you never thought New York and tornadoes would be combined in a sentence? Well, there you go. We also had some very strong winds in a line of storms that were further west, anywhere from Nebraska to Texas. We're talking about those winds in excess of 70, 80, up to 90 miles an hour. So what develops today? Well, let's start with the storms that are going right now. Overnight, we still had some rolling storms through this area right there in the Oklahoma, Kansas area. We'll watch more develop today. Look at how we think in toward Paducah, Kentucky, lifting right along the warm front. Some of those storms will get some juice as well, and they'll continue to move east. So we're likely to pop up storms similar in the area that we had yesterday, just a little bit more to the east and a little bit more to the north. Now, tonight into tomorrow, there's a brand new line of storms that will develop further out west. But first, let me just tell you how much rain we're talking about. So look at Oklahoma, where we had some heavy flooding in these areas. We're likely to see some very heavy rains, standing water as well. So keep an eye on that. That's where the storms develop tonight for tomorrow, and they're likely to stay overnight. That's the weather around the nation. Here's what you can expect this morning.
It's a hot and humid end to the weekend with our temperature reaching about 90 degrees. If you're trying to head to the Capitol barbecue battle today, keep an eye to the sky. A few scattered storms coming after about 2 o'clock. Most of the day will be dry and also on the sunny side. As we head into the early half of the week, area of high pressure kind of clears us out. So plenty of bright sunshine Monday and Tuesday, lower humidity and our temperatures in the mid to lower 80s. Wednesday looks like our next chance for a few thunderstorms with a high of 85. We build in temp